for Rescue by Katie Pye. Illustrated by Anastasia Bellick. Remember Rapunzel with magical hair, trapped high in a tower for many a year? She'd sing at her window and dream of the day a hero would find her and whisk her away. A story has spread that a prince set her free. That story is falsehood, as you shall soon see. When caught by a witch, a young dad in despair gave news of his child and her magical hair. The lonely witch brightened.
"I'll let you go free, but bring back your baby and give her to me."
Rapunzel the baby would giggle and coo. Rapunzel the toddler just loved peek-a-boo. Rapunzel the child brought the witch great delight. But the tower they shared was an untidy sight.
"Rapunzel, my child, see this terrible state? It's really unhealthy. You must get this straight."
But hinting and nagging just got her nowhere. Rapunzel would answer, "I simply don't care." At last, when Rapunzel was finally grown, the witch tried a ploy.
"I'll go live on my own."
Rapunzel watched on with a huge sense of glee.
"Yippee! No more chores! I shall now live carefree."
Her toothbrush and toothpaste were hurled in the bin. She scooped up the soaps and she flung them all in. She searched out the things she did not like to do and threw them away with a giant Yahoo! The witch soon returned, as she'd planned all along. Rapunzel looked down and she groaned, "Won't be long." But cheering, she tossed out a hairbrush she spied, then flopped on her couch with the witch stuck outside. Rapunzel just lay there for nearly 2 weeks, ignoring the mess and the witch's loud shrieks.
"Rapunzel! Rapunzel, let down your hair!"
But finally, finding her cupboards were bare, she heaved from the couch and unraveled her hair. The hair was all matted. The witch climbed up fast.
"You smell like a sewer!"
she spluttered, aghast. Rapunzel just yawned and sunk down in a laze. "I don't like those tasks, and I'll not waste my days." The witch was now worried, and worse trouble brewed. The search for Rapunzel was being renewed. A pesky prince prying had heard the folklore. He searched through the wood as the witch paced her floor. Then, struck with a brainwave, she giggled with glee.
"A trick and disguise! It's so clever of me."
One day the prince, earnestly out on his quest, was stopped by a woman who acted distressed.
"Oh, Prince, there's a beauty beyond all compare, trapped up in a tower that hasn't a stair. Please rescue Rapunzel from her lonely plight. But watch out for the witch, she looks rather a fright."
The valiant young prince burst his chest out with pride. "Consider her rescued!" he boastfully cried. She told him the secret of how to get in. He galloped away with a triumphant grin. The witch was all nerves as she watched things unfold. The prince shouted out, "Let your hair down!" as told. Rapunzel, embarrassed, unraveled her hair. The prince looked repulsed by the tangled nightmare. She watched the prince climb, his face full of intent. She saw the prince gag as he picked up a scent. Ugh. She saw her Rapunzel sneak looks quite aghast. She froze as the prince reached the window at last. Rapunzel, now hiding, was white as a sheet. The prince peered around, then he spied out her feet. "Come out!" the prince rallied. "I'm rescuing you!" Rapunzel, unsure, slowly inched into view. The prince gave a blood-curdling scream in his fright. "Ah!" He yelled, "It's the witch!" and then quickly took flight. Rapunzel yelled down, but the prince disappeared. She sobbed with regret. "Oh, if only I'd cared!" The witch left the wood and returned the next day. She sighed with relief. Things were now the right way. "I see you have chosen to take better care. I wonder what happened. Perhaps quite a scare?" Rapunzel looked shocked. Then she waved it away. "I simply decided I cared yesterday." Indeed, though Rapunzel would never confess, she felt really great to be out of her mess. Her body felt strong and her energy high. She sang once again as the days ambled by. And while no one saved her, you may as well know, Rapunzel still cares and is ready to go.
Thank you for coming to the story room. If you like this story, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe.